I need to widen the niche. So I said, I'm going to share my life, something about OFWs, because that's who we are. Then I started asking my husband, is it okay if I post this one? Is it okay if I show this part of the house? And he's like, so I said, one of the biggest misconceptions for OFWs working here is like they think life is easy and we are, rich. Maligo ka. Okay, mamo.
Usually when the Tagalog comes out, that means right now.
Sometimes I post them. I took that one bad comment and then I post them just to show them a lesson like you are not in control of my life.
You try and bring out the bright spots. I don't see anything negative.
I still consider myself a Filipino at heart. By being French, I think there's some things that I adopt. Every time she saw me coming home after work, she's like, are we gonna do video now? I posted online. I said I'm going to stop posting about my daughter.
So when your daughter listens to this podcast 10 years from now, what do you want her to take away from this and see?
10 years from now. It's making me cry.
Si tu veux, on peut partir tous deux, partir en se moquant de ceux qui enragent.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of You've Been Served Global Edition, the show that dives deep in what it's truly like to live a life of service and commitment. We talk to people that you don't often see or hear from and give you the behind-the-scenes look at what it truly means to live a life of service. Our guest today is another fabulous Filipino. She often tells stories on her platform on what it's like to live a life of service in another country abroad. She gets deep. She tells what it's like about her ups, her downs, her challenges as a mom, and she gets a lot of views. She's got millions of views, and some have even gone viral. But we'll talk to her today about what it was like prior to all those views and prior to the platform. Mizpah?
Hi.
Bonjour and ça
Bonjour.
va? That's all I know.
Yeah. But that's great. That's great.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me. It's a great privilege that I can speak and share my experiences to your viewers. So, yes.
We're happy that you could make time in your schedule for us.
Of course. When you told me that you're going to invite me for a podcast, it's like, oh my God, it's my first podcast and I would really love to do it.
That's weird because
yes.
I was the one that was nervous.
Yeah, and as soon as you sent me that message, I checked your Instagram profile, just thinking, maybe is it a scam or what? Because nobody usually invite me for a podcast. So I said, oh. And then I saw your snippet of the podcast. I said, oh, this one is great. I should really try this one.
Okay.
That's right. Yes.
So take us back to the start, to the very beginning.
Yes.
Was there a particular moment or was it a job opportunity that caused you to look at France?
So what happened is we worked before as a seafarer, my husband and I. And then when I got pregnant, I stopped working. And then, I think it's a blessing in disguise that I got a fight with one of the workers in that company. And then I believe that's the reason that I wasn't able to join the another contract after I got pregnant. And then I said, we need to go somewhere that we will, stay together and then we can earn money, but without, but not here in the Philippines because it's going to be a challenge for us. Since we live like in the province, then going into Manila, it will take like 3 hours of travel. And I think it's not good for us. So I said, okay, let's try going to Singapore. And then it's going to be expensive. And so I have family relatives here say, why don't you come here, try France. Let's see what you think. Try it first for a few days and then you'll decide for yourself.
And your first
And
impression?
long story short, we came here.
Liked it?
Liked it. Not really. But, it's wow, France. Wow, Eiffel Tower.
Wow.
So I said, during the first few months, I always compare this country to other country, especially growing up. We always went to Singapore. So, it's so modernized. There's elevator, escalator, it's very modern, clean as it is. And then we arrived here, it was like, oh, it's dirty. Oh, it smells. Oh, there's
Different.
no elevator, there's no escalator in the train station. So I was like, I kept on comparing it. And then I realized I'm not going to stay long in this country if I'm going to kept on comparing it. So at the first few months, I said, we're just going to stay here for 5 years, we save money, and then we leave.
How long have you been here now?
Now it took 7 years already, almost 7 years.
And you like it?
We're still here.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I realize this country has a better education, great healthcare system. So I think that's the best two things that make me stay here. And of course, higher salary.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And those things we'll
yeah.
talk about too as well, because I was wondering what kind of led to that decision.
Yeah.
Did you speak French prior to?
No, absolutely not.
Nor your husband?
But what's funny is I went here with all my diplomas because, maybe I'm going to use it there. So like it was 2 years already, 3 years. I checked all those diplomas and I saw I took a French class when I was in university, but I forgot all about it. So yeah, when I arrive here, all I can say is bonjour, but it's not the same accent. Bonjour, like that. Now it's bonjour.
Yeah. I find that when you travel to other countries, they certainly appreciate even if you make the slightest little effort to speak the language, and that's important to them.
Yes. So I tried to learn the language. Like during my first 3 months, I started, okay, allez-y, s'il vous plaît, like that. And I have a cousin who came here before me. She's like 6 months earlier, prior to me coming here. And she's like, no, sir, something like that. But she still speaks in English. So my other family relatives, they're like, oh, Mizpah can speak in a short span of time. She can apply the language. And that made me push to, learn more, appreciate more the language and use it more because especially in the house, we're speaking Tagalog.
Right.
Speaking English. So going outside, if you don't practice it, you
lose it.
Yeah,
So you had to
it's going
kind
to
of
be
do
really hard
a
for you to
refresher.
adjust. Yes.
All right. So what is one of the biggest misconceptions about being a OFW or an overseas foreign worker, as they refer to it?
One of the biggest misconceptions for OFWs working here is like they think life is easy and we are, rich. OFWs are rich. But they don't know that behind all of it are struggles, challenges that we are like working just to get through by day, surviving. There's also instability and, like mental problems. So that's what they thought, that we're rich. Like, yeah, we are being paid a higher salary compared in the Philippines, but it's like it's not the only expenses that we do. We often provide for the family back home, but we also have bills to pay here. We have rent, transportation fee, apartments. So yeah, they think that they are rich.
Yeah, you have to live. And I don't
Yeah.
think a lot of people understand that. And I think my family kind of witnessed that firsthand because we had an assistant and the
yeah.
family was all like, you're on vacation. Because, of course, when we go on vacation, sometime we would have to
Yeah.
take her. And they don't
Yeah.
realize that you're actually working.
Yeah.
And they don't know some days there are challenges and some days they're not. And some days are difficult. So, yeah, I do understand. And that was one of the questions is there a pressure in the Filipino culture sometimes to help out?
I don't feel any pressure supporting family back home because I think it's a part of your responsibility as a daughter, as a family. Like my family, thank God it's my family. My family don't ask money from me. They're the ones sending money when I need it. So for me, if ever they ask one time, I won't feel any pressure because I think maybe it's the Filipino culture. They're not even asking, but you're willing to help, you're willing to share, and you're willing to give because they're your family.
I've noticed that firsthand that Filipinos are very kind, very giving, and like you say, they don't have to ask. So, yeah, thanks for clearing that up for us. Talk about how you balance being a mom, being a wife. You mentioned that you were married, in addition to working in a foreign place.
Well, when we started here, I work as a nanny, and the only job we can get is like for me to work because my child was she's 1 year old that time, and no one can keep my child, so my husband has to keep her, and then while I work, that's how we
We're able to
managed.
manage.
Yeah, that's how we manage the time. And then thankfully after 4 years, I got my papers, and then my husband got his, and my child go to school, so we both work at the same time. And then I I felt like I wanted to do something else. So, while working, I was also doing content creation. And then once I came home, since I cannot like give them back, it's my husband who do it. When I come home, they are fed. They took bath already, and so the only thing I can do is help her with her homework, or devoir here in France. I help her with her homework, like talk talk about what happened in her day, and then we read some books before she go to sleep, and then that's how I manage my time every day. And during the weekend, if I'm not working, we take some time to go in the park because they need some refreshments after
Exactly.
a week from school. So I I wanted to do everything at the same time. Like I'm a multitasker, so I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that. So I'm relieved because my husband is a very supportive husband. I want to do content creation, go. I wanted to work full time, go. Like let's go into church every Saturday, every Sunday. That's what he wants. I said, okay, go, because sometimes I can't commit going every Sunday since I have work. So the only thing I demand from work is give me 2 Sundays off, and 2 Sundays I work.
I think multitasking is part of Filipino DNA because all the women seem to multitask.
Yes,
So yeah,
I totally agree.
yeah. So your daughter, so she's growing up bilingual. So does she speak French
Yes.
already?
Yes, she speak French, she speak English, and a little Tagalog.
Tagalog.
Yes,
Yes.
because when we arrived here, nobody speak French. So in the house, we skip teaching her Tagalog because we know if nobody speak French in the family, then most of them will speak English. So we taught her how to speak English. We talked to her in English. And then when she go to school, she speak French. So that's how it is. We can't mix everything all together in the house. Like in one sentence, we speak English and then French. The teacher told us, because they saw there's a little difficulty with her, so the teacher told us, let us handle speaking French to her. And then when she got home, you speak the language you want to talk to her. Like that, she knows when she saw you, it's automatic. She will speak English.
That makes
And when she
sense.
comes in the school, she speaks French.
Turns on the French.
And then at the age of 5, my brother came here with her daughter, and then she's speaking Tagalog. That's where my daughter learned
Okay.
to speak Tagalog because they're almost the same age. So she said, Mama, what's this? Mama, what's that? What she said. They can't play properly because there are words that she can't understand. So I said, you just teach her. I don't have time anymore. You teach her.
And at a young age, they can retain so much so fast.
Yes.
Yes.
So now she speaks three languages. No, with the Tagalog, she's speaking a little, but when I speak to her in Tagalog, she knows it. She understands it. Gumising ka na. Okay, mama. Yes. You maligo ka. Okay, mamo.
Yeah.
She knows. She understands.
Our son's the same. Usually when the Tagalog comes out, that means right now. Behave.
Yeah, there's no waiting right now.
Right.
Yeah.
On the multitasking,
Yes.
it certainly sounds like you had to adapt very quickly and you've
Mm-hmm.
turned things around. Do I understand that you have a service that you kind of provide to help assist other people
Yes.
navigate what it's like to move to a foreign country
Mm-hmm.
with a foreign language and help them navigate some of the admin paperwork if they're considering
Mm-hmm.
being an OFW or coming to France?
Yeah, since I've said I love multitasking, so after work when I arrived home after work, there's a lot of Filipino friends and relatives asking me, what should I do with this? How can I get a rendezvous or an appointment for this certain kind of paperworks? So every time I will answer them. As much as I know, I will help them. I do this every day since like I got my paper. That's where it started. So I got my papers around 2023. So I started sharing what I learned, sharing what I did, how to have this one, how to have this paper, how to request this one. So for during those years, for 2 years now. So during those years, I helped them. So I said, it excites me doing this kind of things, because paperwork makes me happy. I don't know why.
Right.
Some people say, oh no, paperwork's French, when you say French paperwork, it doesn't like show like this. It's like this.
Right.
French paperwork are like this. So when I said, I think that's it for me. Like it's not wasting my time. It's like I'm spending all my rest hours for them, but it's not like I don't regret it. I love it, but it's just like I need to make something out of it. Like I wanted to help, and at the same time, I wanted to earn. So I said, okay, I'll just combine it together, and that's where I thought I need to start. Giving my services to these people because my circle of friends are limited. I can only help those I know. But how about those other persons? Like when I started TikTok, and then I showed one clip of my video, like sharing how to request a work permit or autorisation de travail here in France. And it's really, really hard for Filipinos to renew their papers if they don't have it, especially when you are like salarié. We call it salarié for those like who got their visa or a card by working. So when I posted this video, there's a lot of messages asking me how to do this, explain this. So I said, I'm going to open my services. And then that's where it all started. And then it's like been a week since I posted I'm going to assist. I've like received more than 10 bookings. And then of course I earned. So because I use the platform where they can book which guide or assistance they need. They can book there and then they can pay directly.
Wow.
So I think I'm doing great so far because not only with earning, but because you see these people, you see these fellow Filipino people, they said, thank you. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're the one helping me. Like it's the smile on their faces and the contentment that, it's because it's not because they pay. It's because I saw that with my help, they're like at ease, you know?
Yeah, that smile is always genuine from
Yes.
Filipinos, no matter what part of the world they're in.
Yes.
I was recently in another country. I was in Switzerland, and I heard Tagalog, and
Yeah.
I looked, and there were Filipinos there.
Yeah.
They're very open-minded to traveling, learning about other things and other culture, which is super cool. And it sounds like you've become very proficient at navigating the paperwork.
Yeah, because when I started here in France, I told you I've got a lot of family relatives, but no one like helped me with okay, you do this, you do that. Like I have no guidance how to start.
Right.
What do we really do here? How do we really get started?
Now you can shorten that process.
Yes, and I've got one cousin that she's the one who, when I ask her something, she answered. But I know she's also busy. She's working, so it's like when just teach me, and I'll do it after, because I don't want to ask her do this for me. I want her to teach me in that way. I don't need to like trouble her the next time. I know how to do it myself. So that's what I do with my assistants. I don't just, okay, I'll do this. I'll give it everything to me and I'll do this. I explain to them one by one what we need to do, how it needed to be done, and at the same time, because I'm very transparent, I'm showing them how I do it, what's the process, and it's not just like taking all the work.
Yeah.
I'm
You
showing
walk them
them
through it. You assist
how
them.
to
That's
do
why they
it.
call it assistance.
Yes, and yeah, they're really grateful. They say, one client told me, I like the way how you handle this kind of assistance. It's a different kind of assistance that I didn't expect, but I'm quite grateful.
Yeah. Have to have a little patience.
Yes.
Love your content. Love your creative
Thank
work
you
and your
very
platform.
much.
It's funny, particularly
Yeah.
the ones that go from French to
Yeah, with my daughter.
yeah, exactly. I remember one that said, "This is how I sound like in my head speaking French. This is how it really is."
Yeah.
So,
Because I've worked as a nanny before. So actually, last Friday was my last day with my employer.
oh, okay.
I've worked for them for 6 years and 6 months. And then when I said that, because with that kind of work, the schedule is like we finish late, 7:30 p.m. And then I need to travel back home.
Wow.
And so I said, I wanted to pick my child in the school. I wanted to give them bath, give them food. So my husband and I talked about it, and he said, okay, I'll do it. We can change the hours
Routine.
now. Yeah, we
Right.
can change the routine. I'll do the working out to midnight as you want.
Which kind of circles back to it's not easy.
Yes.
Sometimes they're long hours.
Yes.
And we get a really good look into when you post content, what it's really like. How do you decide and navigate what to post, what to keep private, and how do you kind of separate those?
That's a great question because before I only focus on like doing the French translation, the French scripted funny French TikToks with my daughter. That's where I only focus, and then like it's always viral, like it's 35K views, 100K views, and then I was like, I kind of feel pressured because I said, I have no more scripts to think. I said, oh, so it will really came at the point like this that you feel so drained. Like, what else should I post? And then I can see my child. She's like, Mom, I'm tired. Because it's a scripted post. So it's a funny scripted TikTok. So she's like, Mom, I need to practice. She's like that. So, and then I said, I need to like widen the niche. It's not all
Right,
about
right.
this funny French TikToks. So I said I'm going to share like a day in my life, like something about OFWs because that's who we are.
Right.
That's who I am. So I wanted to show like fellow Filipino from the Philippines like this is the life in France. So once I shared it, then I started asking my husband, it's okay if I post this one? Is it okay if I show this part of the house? And he's like, so I said, okay, please come on. And then he said, okay, just this part. And then when I edited the video, I'm going to show him for approval. Is it okay? What do you think? This one. And then when he said this one is not good, I was like, but I cannot edit it anymore. I cannot take the shot. I might as well upload it. Let them judge if they want, but I think it's okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, with the posting, with the showing what not to share, I usually do one post at a day because that's like my maximum. So, with what not to share, I ask my husband for approval, and every time like there's something to celebrate, when I feel myself like I wanted to keep it for me, I wanted to keep it for us, so I don't share it. With the fights, I don't share our fights on TikTok or.
Oh, yeah. Some things have to be kept private.
I don't use it as a content.
Right.
Maybe there's a funny content fighting moment, but it's not real.
Yeah.
So the real fights are not
They're private.
not posted
As they should be.
Yes.
And some of
Because,
even
yeah.
the good moments have to be kept private. So you have to keep some things
Yes.
for yourself as a content creator.
So with the good moments, we also don't share as much as we want to keep it private because I think it's for us to keep.
Yeah.
But there are also very, very good moments that we wanted to share, like my husband getting his driver's license converted to French. So I didn't post about it, but my husband was the one who posted it. I said, oh, okay, he's learning. He's learning from a content creator wife. And then, yeah, so I believe there are certain things that we need to keep private.
You mentioned earlier about I'm just going to go ahead and post this, and
Yeah.
if there's any, I forgot the word you used, but
Yeah.
but typically it seems like, and I don't see why it wouldn't be, that the feedback is usually positive, that people enjoy it.
Yeah.
Comments
Yeah.
that you usually get, you want to talk about those?
With the comments, because they're my followers, so most of them are like good comments, so I like it, especially when they said, oh, your story is inspiring, your story is like the same as mine, what you've been through is the same as mine. Most of them are good comments, and I really like it. Like, it's the one of the things that kept me going when I say something that inspire people, when I see something that people like, oh, I was educated by your post, so I appreciate it. But with the negative comments, it's most of the time, it's not really like just for one video, there's one bad comment.
Right.
So, like, why would I focus on that one bad comment instead of like focusing on these good comments that I received? But sometimes I post them. I took that one bad comment and then I post them just to show them a lesson, like, you are not in control of my life. You are not in control of my post. It's my account. I have the control over my own account. So, yeah, sometimes I just post them for them to know their place.
Filipinos call that answer back. They call that answer.
Who taught you that?
Oh, yeah, they
So,
call that
yeah.
answering back.
But yeah, it's when I started doing content creation, I pray to God. I pray because I'm that kind of person, like, if you fight with me, if you talk with me, I'll do the same to you. Like, who's going to stop me anyway? So when I started doing content creation, I prayed to God. I said, Lord, I cannot do this on my own. If there are bad people who will like badmouth me, or because this is a bigger world now, it's a social media. I don't want to lose myself in it. If it's not for me, it's take it away.
Yeah.
If you think that I will like flourish in this kind of field, then keep me grounded. And if there are like people who won't be pleased by what I do, then help me to not focus to them, to not focus on them, to just focus on being me. To because I'm afraid of when I started, I'm afraid of bashers, you know. So I was like, help me see the good thing in everything. So yes.
Yeah, your work kind of demonstrates that. You try and bring out the bright spots. I don't see anything negative because you can use your platform
Yeah.
for both. So it sounds like if people put a negative comment, they misinterpreted what you were trying to convey.
Yeah.
They really didn't understand what your message.
Yeah.
And
And there's one post that like I just show my like it's like a day in my life going to work. A very very quick video, like a 30-second one, and then I just show the places where I go, which bus I took, and then there's one comment who said, I just translated in English.
right.
He said, I don't know if he or she, it says, is that how desperate you are to earn money? He posted, he
Wow.
commented like that. And I was like, yes, we are. That's why we're working. We're desperate to earn money. We are desperate to support our family. We are desperate. But I believe it's in a good way. You don't use that money in bad things.
Right.
Or so, you know, I answered him saying, "Oh yes, we are." Like I took it in a positive way. It's like there's a bit of emotion, like, "Who are you to judge me by the way I worked?" It's for my family. I
Right.
work in a very good way. So, if you call this desperate, then yes, I am.
I guess that's your definition, but not yours. So yeah, you've settled, have a assistants, assisting other Filipinos. So not that you consider yourself French. Is this more home now? Do you see yourself going back to the Philippines? I think when you become an OFW worker and you get settled, a lot of considerations take place. And you mentioned those earlier. There's good education for my child. There's health care. And I think people have to compare those to wherever they came from. It could be the U.S., it could be the Philippines.
Yes.
So, yeah, do you consider yourself French now, or
Oh, I consider myself still a Filipino.
most do?
Because you can't take away the attitude, the characteristic.
Or the kindness,
Yes, yes, of course,
if they allow you to
absolutely.
be.
Because as a Filipino living here in France, I think we are very hospitable. We are very like understanding because when you do it to other people, you expect them to do the same to you. But like when we arrived here, so we ask directions, we ask something, and the response you get is not the response you were expecting. It's really different.
In the Philippines, it is.
In the Philippines, it is, yes. So there was one time I went to a French family. I went to a French family. I think I did something there, but it's like if you went in the house of a Filipino family, they're like, "Did you eat? What have you eaten?" No, no, no. You cannot live without eating. No. If you're full, eat some desserts. If you're thirsty, get some water.
You have to eat something,
yes,
though.
in here, maybe there are French people who do this, but like it's in general, I don't think it is. So, but what I loved about French is like they're very particular for the rendezvous, the appointment. Appointment is appointment.
Punctual.
Yes. Sometimes you cannot visit a friend that you just gonna show up in the doorstep. It's a no-no. But what I love about them is being like that because it's really good as well because yes, it's being
And mindful.
respectful and
Yeah.
mindful.
Yeah, my wife refers to that. You have to
Yes.
be mindful of other people's
Exactly.
time.
Because if you went to the Filipino house, like just going as you want, but sometimes Filipino family is like, oh, I didn't clean the house. Oh, the house is so dirty. Why you came? You didn't tell me. So it's like that. But with the French family, if you inform them that you're coming this day, they're also very busy people. The French are, they have a lot of things to do as well. So if you're precise that you come this time, this day, and then they expect you to be there. So yes, rendezvous is that's what I love about it.
So you mentioned earlier that you're still Filipino at heart. Is there a
Yes.
part of you that's kind of converting to French? You've been here a long time.
For me, I still consider myself a Filipino at heart, and by being French, I think there's some things that I adopt. Like I don't really realize this before, but upon coming here, as a Filipino, you're like, hi, you're very full of joy.
Energy
Just
and outgoing.
just walking on the streets, I was like singing while walking, and then when I like been here for what 5 7 years, I was like going to work. Like everybody's a serious face, and I was like, it's not me before.
Right.
So yeah, I just realized it that
Adapted a little
yeah,
bit.
that kind of thing that I adopt, maybe because I have too much work. So, but with regards, for my family being here for 7 years now, um, I s- I always ask my husband, do you think that we're going to live here for a long time? Or is it all just while the kids are growing up? And he told me, you know, the future of our kids are already here. They're going to settle here. So for us, I think if we grow old, we can go back in the Philippines. And then I said, how about my kids? I won't leave them here.
Like a true mama.
So he
Spoken.
said, oh, come on. You're gonna accept the fact that you're gonna leave them here. Their lives are here, and we can like retire in the Philippines for good. Then I said, but we can still go back like every now and then if you have money. so, so, yeah, so for the kids, I believe they're gonna settle here, not unless like not unless they're gonna be like, something's a part of me that's missing. Mom, I want to like explore life. Maybe I need to go back in the Philippines, look for myself.
Time will tell.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about what's important to you when you post content. You mentioned earlier about some of it scripted. Your daughter would be tired, and you made a conscious effort to not post things about your daughter anymore.
Yes.
Yeah, what's important for you, and how do you see it when other content creators like capitalize off of their children? Talk to us about that.
So I've got this very big decision that I posted online. I said that I'm going to stop posting about my daughter because she often feels tired, and she's a child. She wanted to explore things. She wanted to do some other things. She wanted to swim. She wanted to play some sports. She wanted to do gym. She wanted to do ballerina. So I said, yeah, it's about time that I stopped posting about this funny French scripted video. So for me, it's more of I wanted her to feel safe. I wanted her to feel at ease, like because every time she saw me coming home after work, she's like, "Are we gonna do video now?" Like it's an automatic thing for her. Once she saw me, that's her response. Instead of "Mama," you hug
Yeah.
her and then you kiss. She's like, "Mommy, are we gonna do video now?" So I understand that she felt tired, that because it's almost a year that we've been doing this together. So for me, as a matter of a 7-year old child, I was like, I think it's about time she should stop doing this.
But she also missed her mommy time,
Yes.
which is
So,
important to her.
yeah. So with other content creators that posted their child online. Like, I don't have any say about it, but like if they post something that is, it's not really good for the child. It's like it's not educating, or it's clearly show to that video that they're using the child. It's kind of
Yeah.
disappointing.
Sometimes it can be too much exposure.
Yes, it's because I'm a mom, I'm
Yeah.
a parent, so if you're gonna know if it's like they're using it.
Yeah.
They're using the kids.
Yeah.
So you're gonna know. When you know it, you know it.
Yeah.
So
And safety and privacy
yes,
is important,
totally.
particularly in a world where we have so many predators and you're posting content just to show,
Yes.
mommy life and a good time with the daughter, and they're
Yeah.
looking at it in a different manner.
Yes. So with regards with the safety, with what happened with this AI and the social media, like the technology is being unsafe. And
It's being manipulated.
one time, as I was scrolling in the social media, I saw this one video that she's explaining that her child's face was used in a porn site. And so it was not her who discovered her, but somebody sent her, because they are influencers. So somebody sent her the photo. Is it your child? They post your child in this website. It's like a website that pops up. So that's what happens. And then she was crying in the video. It was saying that some people used her daughter's photo in a very good way. So as soon as I saw that, I felt, conscious. I felt afraid for my daughter's safety, because my daughter she's my baby.
They're innocent. Children are
Yes.
innocent, and they shouldn't be
Yes.
manipulated or taken advantage
Yes.
of in that manner.
Actually, it was not my daughter who asked to stop doing the video. I asked her, "Do you want to keep going? Do you still want to do video?" She said, "Yes," but I'm her mom.
I know.
I
As a
know.
mom, that's really.
No pressure. You answer me honestly. Do you still want to do video? She said, a little. Cool. Don't be shy. I'm your mom. Tell me honestly. You can share to me everything. As even she's 7 years old, I always tell her, "You tell me everything. You share to me everything. I want to know all about you." And she say, "Sometimes I'm tired. Sometimes I forget the script, and I'm afraid that you're going to get angry." So, she took this content creation seriously, that she
Yeah.
think about that. So I said, okay, we're going to say goodbye to them. I'm just going to do one last video and inform our followers, those followers that, followed us because of her,
Yeah.
not entirely because of me. So they're after her. So I
Wow.
said, we're going to tell them that it's it's your last video. So she's like, "Okay, mama." And then little by little, she's like being the child she once was when before doing the video. Coming home from work, she's like, "Mama," she's going to hug me. "Mama, what did you eat? What did you do in the work? Do you have many clients today?" So it's a different kind of interaction now, which I really love.
That is great
Yes.
information, but it sounds like what you're telling our viewers is listen to the child, but also listen to your inner voice as a mother and as a parent.
Exactly. Yes. Because what if I didn't ask her? She's not going to tell me about it.
Exactly, because she didn't want to disappoint you.
Yes, exactly. Because when I do the video, I prepare the scripts. I told her, "You say this." When there's a rolling, okay, in 3, 2, 1. When she forgot and she's like doing some words that's not on the script, "Viola, what's that?" So that's why she take the doing content creation seriously.
Right.
And then yes, she's totally happy right now, enjoying life as a kid.
Enjoying mama.
Yes, we're enjoying mama time.
So when your daughter listens to this podcast 10 years from now, what do you want her to take away from this and see? And what message do you want to convey to her?
10 years from now, who? First of all, I'm pretty positive I'm still alive. So I'm hoping we're watching it together.
You will be.
So yeah, I want her to learn, or I wanted her to see how Mama loves her. That it's making me cry. I wanted her to know that once she becomes a mom, hopefully she'll get this thing that I did, that you focus on your child. Like, even if I want something from my own gain, like I wanted to post content creation, like as a social media content creator, you want to grow your followers. So I'm before I was focused on that, but then, as like I've said, when I pray to God, I said I don't want to lose myself on it. So I hope my child saw that I don't care with these followers, with these growing followers. It may grow or not, as long as I have her. I chose her. I chose her. So it's more on you give your love to her, not by showing her face or in this content creation, but by giving her the peace,
Yeah.
giving her the life she wants as a child. So I hopefully she'll that's her takeaway,
I
that
think she will.
Mama loves her so
I
much.
think what she'll see is there
Yes.
was a lot of hard work,
Yeah.
a lot of sacrifice, and we certainly know what your priority
Yes.
is.
Yes. That's the word. My family is
Yeah.
my
Yeah, you
priority.
prioritized her.
There
That's
were
important for
yes.
all content creators to, I hope that's what they all take
Yeah.
away from this.
There were days actually that I'm pressured that I normally post one video a day. So there were days that I'm so tired, and I was like, oh my God, I don't have post for today. So is that other normal? Is that normal for content creators? Like,
Right.
you kind of feel pressured knowing you don't have any post for today's video.
Or when you're getting really, really high numbers, and
Yeah.
you have.
So yeah, so I was like, I don't have post for today. I was like that before, but now, like, I don't have post for today. Oh, that's okay. Let him wait.
Right.
Let him wait if
I'm
they.
still mama and wife
Yes.
first.
Yeah. So when it's my off, I manage to play with them, take them to the park, and then sometimes I'll buy chips and ice cream. What movie do you want to watch?
Just spend time.
Let's just Netflix and chill. And then when I use my phone a lot before, even if I'm at home, Viela, my daughter, Viela will be like, "You use your phone again."
It's my time.
Yeah, I said, "Okay." I dropped the phone. Okay, let's
Yeah.
do our banding.
Well, you've certainly done well, and you've been managing to balance this transition. What advice would you give other Filipinos who are considering becoming OFW workers, not just in France or anywhere? These are certainly some good considerations. So what advice would you give?
Oh, the advice I can give to them is, first, whichever country you're going to, learn to know the language, because that's the very first thing you're going to use as long as you arrive from the country. Since you're in like Asia or United States of America, you've already speaking the language, so it's not that hard. But if you're going to Europe, you certainly must need to speak the language. And second of all, you need to be very, very, very brave because it takes a lot of there will be heartaches. There will be homesickness. There will be struggles. There were times you're just gonna cry for just being far away from home. So you need to be very brave at heart, and as well as number three, I think acceptance. accept that you're away from home, away from family, and accept that your life, it's not going to be the same as before, as you were in your comfort zone, your country. So I think that's the best three advice I can give to them.
Sounds like you're very patient, but also very flexible, which most Filipinos are.
Oh, I think
And,
that's
and adaptable.
yeah.
Filipinos are very adaptable. I know that firsthand.
Yeah. Yes. Flexible, that's the word.
Flexible,
Yes.
adaptable, and also patient.
Yes.
So, if you could bust one myth about OFWs, overseas foreign workers, as we said earlier, besides the, oh, you're rich, you don't work hard, what would that be?
Oh, there must be living the dream. Once you arrive in the country where you're working or where you're going to live, people were like, "Oh, she have this. She's in here. She's living the dream. She's living the life."
It's not an, I think the misconception is and the misbelief is that it's a microwave. It is instant success. I'm here. You've
Yeah.
all been waiting for
Yes.
me.
So yeah, I think that's another misconception because when we arrive here, we're like trying our best to
Fit in,
to fit in.
find your
Yes,
footing. Yeah.
exactly. Because as long as we arrive here, it's not like, oh, she's you get this, you get that. It's you need to work your way through everything. So it's not about living the dream. It's not all Eiffel Tower thing. It's what they don't know. Maybe they saw this Eiffel Tower photo,
Yeah.
but they don't know that behind this photo is a struggling OFW who lost a job that day, or
Right.
who didn't receive her salary, like it's been 2 months already, or like behind those photo is like an OFW who who had a 1 hour lunch break just to take a photo there.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things they
Yeah,
didn't
because
know.
there are stories in other countries about
Exactly.
Filipinos who don't enjoy good employers, but also good working conditions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think one more thing is that they think that when they saw Filipino working abroad, they're like, "Oh, she's domestic helper. Oh, she's a nanny." Like when they saw Filipino working abroad, it's like oh, she's a caregiver.
Yeah.
It's like but they don't know that there are a lot of Filipinos here who work in the office, who's a dentist, who's a doctor, who's a nurse. They're photographers. There's a lot of things. It's not you don't generalize Filipino working abroad as a domestic helper.
Yeah.
But there's no bad thing as working as domestic helper
Yeah.
because I am one.
But they're multi-talented. I realize they can pretty much do,
Yeah.
anything.
Yes.
And my wife just kind of adapts, like I spoke of earlier, and says, "Where do I place myself?" That's real important for them to feel grounded or
Yeah.
feel roots in that community, even though they are Filipino. Yeah.
Oh, and one more thing I remember is there may be Filipino here working as a nanny, working as a cleaner, but most of them are graduate in the universities. Most of them are accountants before, engineer or architect, but it's them who chose
Yeah.
to be a nanny. Why? Because with the hours of work, you're going to work sometime less, but you
Yeah.
are being paid as much as like those waitress in the restaurant.
Yeah.
It's almost the same. And it's mostly like weekend for the nannies. It's like Saturday and Sundays are mostly really your
Yeah.
resting. So you get to choose your schedule. You
Yeah.
get to demand your salary.
Yeah.
That's why I love working as a nanny.
Yeah.
That's why.
I think the educational aspect is a testament to the Philippines because they do make education accessible, and most Filipinos do have degrees or college educated. So
Yes.
yeah, that's important as well. Let's have a little fun as we close. This is
Okay.
I've got
I
a
love
few
it.
rapid fire
Okay.
questions. So, what was the last TikTok that you watched?
Oh my God. The last TikTok that I watch is my own TikTok. I guess many can relate to that.
Right. Is there a favorite TikToker influence that you have or that you watch?
Oh, one of my favorites, she's Jo Santiago from Filipino.
Okay.
She's she's a founder of JSD Book and a best-selling author in the Philippines.
Good.
And most of her content is about God, about Jesus. So she's in my favorites. So every time she posted something new,
It shows up in your feed.
yes, I needed it. Like it's most of godly content
Inspirational.
and inspiration for me, and like it kept me grounded every time she posted something.
Yeah. Favorite Parisian cafe?
Favorite Parisian cafe, like a normal bistro. Just the normal cafe. I don't want to spend a lot of money, so
But there are some very nice small.
okay. So I think Eric Kaiser.
Okay.
Eric Kaiser, because I worked with Eric Kaiser Boulangerie in the Philippines before, and every day there's a free bread and free cookies, and so I know which ones are good. And coming here, I was always proud that I worked there before, so I always buy their cookies or breads, patisserie.
Favorite French skincare or beauty product?
Favorite skincare? Okay, there's a lot actually, but it's more of CeraVe. CeraVe, because it keeps my skin moisturized. It became a
Best dish that you remember, Filipino food that reminds you or makes you miss home?
lechon.
Oh my God.
You like it too?
Oh, lechon kawale.
Yeah.
You just
Oh
mentioned
my
mine.
God, now
that
we're
that and
hungry.
lumpia, I could eat that, yeah. Could eat that
Yeah,
every
lechon.
day.
Oh,
Yeah. One quote that you live by.
one quote that I live by.
What
It's not quote actually. It's like
Okay.
a Bible verse.
Okay.
Okay, so it's in the back of my husband. He tattooed it. Okay, so
Old Testament
yeah.
or New Testament? Which one?
Oh my God, it's in Philippians chapter 4, verse
Okay.
13. So I think it's all New Testament.
Share that with us.
Yes, I can do all things
Through Christ.
who
Who strengthens
strengthens
me.
That's
I know that one. I
it.
get a couple of points.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? So yeah, you can tattoo it.
So, Mizpah, thank you for coming on the show today. Thank you for sharing with me and our viewers what it's like to be a mom, to be a content creator, to be a wife, how to navigate challenges in a foreign place in different languages. And thank you for sharing that with us.
You're welcome. It's also a great opportunity for me to share what does it feels, not just like living here, but also working here as a Filipino overseas. And I'm really grateful that I was the one you invited on this show. I'm really grateful.
If you've enjoyed this episode, share it with someone who needs it, someone who may be considering becoming an overseas worker. Until next time, I'm Ken Corbin on You've Been Served Global Edition. Be patient, be kind, but most of all, be nice.